Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 23 and another part of our Immersive Driver Career Mode with Alfa Romeo. Today we've got one of my favourite Grand Prix of the year at the Hungarian Grand Prix in Hungary, obviously, in Budapest. Looking forward to that coming later this episode. We've just signed our brand new contract with Alfa Romeo to take us through to the end of the 2023 season. I think that makes sense. We want to stay here. We want to keep building what we have been so far this year. I'm looking forward to seeing where this career does take us. I have went and turned HDR back on. Hopefully that will make things look a little bit smoother. It looks like they've fixed some of the colouring issues with Alpine being pink and whatever. With the HDR, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how good the game looks again, back like it was at the start of the season. We have got a powertrain upgrade coming. Looking forward to seeing that. That's actually one of our facilities, so we're now up to a Spec 2 there, and you can see, wow, look at this, look how many upgrades we've got going for the 27th of July. We have got 2 of them going to be coming in for this next Grand Prix, but you can see how big an upgrade we have got for after the summer break. That's going to be huge. Right, let's move on then. Hopefully they come through nicely.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
You can see we have made a little bit of progress, leaving AlphaTauri further behind, but it's McLaren. I suppose all of us are very, very close, aren't we? If you look at this one, McLaren are the ones slightly ahead, but look at that. I mean, it's a massive jump up to Aston Martin, Ferrari, and Mercedes, and then Red Bull just about leading the way at the top. But it looks like everybody has made a good bit of progress. And then, of course, we have got the summer break coming up after this, so I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of upgrades to come. So let's just have a little look here. Okay, it was on here, wasn't it, where you had the sort of pink it's still on there on the right hand side. It's really weird. It seems to be in this sort of paddock hub that everything goes a little bit red. I don't really know why, but yeah, I don't know, it's just a bit grungy, I suppose, isn't it? But yeah, we'll stick with it. I quite like it when we're actually in race day, how good the game looks. So we'll stick with it for this Grand Prix. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Just thinking about what we actually want to bring in terms of engine this weekend. I don't think we want to use our most powerful engine, but then I don't think any of our other ones are powerful enough. Yeah, okay. Right, fair enough. Let's have a little look at the R&D tree. Wow, you can see how good people look there. But AlphaTauri just absolutely cut adrift at the back of the order. Very interesting. Right, we'll see you guys for qualifying. Let's see how we get on. Welcome along then to the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying and this beautiful circuit here in Budapest. I absolutely love driving on this circuit. I know it's not a favourite of everybody, but certainly is a favourite of mine. Practice pace looked okay. We were top 10. Struggling a little bit with setup again, but going to give myself a little bit more front wing, and fingers crossed we can have a decent... have a decent Grand Prix. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, little look at our setup here. Fairly generic, but we'll see how it rolls. Obviously, the front wing is the only thing we'll be able to change after the fact. But here we go then. Let's get ourselves into it and see how we get on in qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Here we come then, up to the line, and it's a 1:17.7. That's P5 for the moment, just behind Oscar Piastri, but ahead of Fernando Alonso, the two-time world champion, and we'll take that. That's not too bad. Thank you very much. Well, we have had to come out again because, as you can see, we're 13th, but we went wide into turn 1 and that's basically ended this lap. I don't
Right,
think
let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
I don't think we're going to manage anything there, so we're just going to look after our tyres, but that could be us out in Q1 if we're not careful. Which would be a real shame. Just way too deep into turn 1 and there's no grip on the dirty line here. There we are, down to 15th. Are we going to go any lower? Checkered flag is out. Most people coming over the line now. We are down to 16th, so we are out in qualifying 1 for the first time in a very long time. And that is devastating. We come round and it's going to be a 16th place start for us in the Grand Prix tomorrow. Not good. I'm very disappointed with that. We'll see what it says. When all is said and done, I think it will be 16th place. We've been out qualified by our teammate. I do think we could have done better. We could definitely have done better. But there it is. Valtteri Bottas gets himself through. And we're out by a couple of tenths of a second to Kevin Magnussen, but going out with us, Sargent, De Vries, Albon and Yuki Tsunoda. Let's see what tomorrow's got in store for us, but coming from a long way back in this Hungarian Grand Prix.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Bottas, Magnussen, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, the captain, Tsunoda, Albon, De Vries and Logan Sargent. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And joining me again for the race today, Natalie Pinkham. Let's talk about the captain. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within the team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do. And that has definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, then, here we are down on the track. We do have a potential soft then medium strategy. Perhaps we could go mediums then softs a little bit later on. Of course, we have got plenty of soft tyres to be utilising because of going out so early in qualifying, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, use that to good effect. So without further ado, let's get ourselves into the Grand Prix. Here we go. And, well, I'm not going to make a positive start from the grid and
Clutch bite is good. Gearbox is
get ourselves
normally. Make sure
right
to warm
up there.
The tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap, please.
Now, what is interesting, I think most people... Well, actually, I was going to say most people are on the soft tyres, but actually the top 10, not really. Bottas is 11th, P11. So...
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
So yeah, it's going to be a real, I think, test of our patience. Obviously, overtaking is not that easy here, but looking to maybe overcut some drivers, you know, being in free air, I think, is going to be huge. Getting onto those new soft tyres after the first stint is going to be crucial. Trying to take down the likes of Hülkenberg, Piastri. But I am confident that we can have a better race than what we had in Silverstone. I'm hoping that we can go forward rather than backwards. I mean, there's not much to go backwards, but you can see I'm, you know, trying to hurry these guys along a little bit. I want to get this underway. At the very least, we should be able to be ahead of both AlphaTauris. But, you know, Bottas up in 11th shows there was a little bit more pace in this car than what we've had. But here we go then. We are ready to get ourselves into our grid box and 25 laps of this Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm going to aim to the right here. And that's okay.
Parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out.
So here it is then. 5 red lights. Lights out, away we go here in Hungary. It's a terrific start off the grid, and well, Magnussen comes over, and well, we could have been involved in a little incident there with Pierre Gasly. We do not want to get involved in too much drama at turn 1, but we've got good traction out of turn 1. We're up to P13 after the first corner. That was very well placed there, the car, and now behind 2 soft tyre runners, and well, we've given a little bit of momentum to Hülkenberg there because Stroll was right in the middle of the road, and we didn't want to make
now for the rest of the race.
Any contact with him and lose a bit of our front wing. That's something we've done quite a bit in the last few Grand Prix. We'd rather not have any damage and just get through the race as we're expecting to do. So hopefully we can pull this off. But decent start up to P13, as I say, 4 places or 3 places gained. And there's Esteban Ocon. Bottas has had a very good start. He's up to P9. And yeah, it was sort of the top 10 that weren't flirting with the soft tyres so much, which is what you'd expect. You know, they're going to go on to the harder tyres. And there goes Oscar Piastri down the inside of Esteban Ocon, trying to, again, make use of those soft tyres. And Lance Stroll having a little look as well. We can see we're clearly faster than these guys. And as I say, I think we had more to show in qualifying yesterday, but just didn't get the chance, and I'm glad we've made a good start so that we're not too far away from points here. on lap 3 of this Grand Prix, and just coming to the end of it, we're going to have DRS here. And where's that going to take us? Has Ocon got DRS? That's the big question. Possibly has. Oh no, he doesn't. So I'm a bit questioning how Stroll didn't pass him there. But Ocon very much the cork in the bottle here. But there goes Stroll having a little look at Esteban Ocon this time. They're side by side, and that's going to give us an opportunity out of turn 1. As well, they're still side by side here. Oh, is there going to be any contact? Not quite. Ocon doing a great job to stay with Stroll here. We're going to have to back out of this as we head towards turn 4, and we've got Stroll. That was a good move there. Just waited for our opportunity, waited for the gap to develop, and that's exactly what happened there. And now we can hopefully get past Esteban Ocon very, very shortly. Oh, Ocon goes a little wide. Well, I think we want DRS. We don't want to give him DRS. And here we go. DRS open. And we are through nicely. Ocon's still there, but we're okay. We are through. Well, you join me on lap 10 of this Grand Prix.
2 seconds up the road.
And, well, you can see we've caught up to Piastri and Bottas quite significantly, just 2 seconds behind them. We're about 2 seconds in front of Esteban Ocon as well. And at this stage of the race, our medium tyres are probably in better shape than a lot of the soft tyre runners. So let's keep pushing hard. Let's try and get that to within a second, and we can think about taking Piastri and maybe even our teammate Valtteri Bottas. Who knows? Some people are in the pits, some of the soft tyre runners. That is Charles Leclerc in the pit lane, and he'll be looking to get an almighty undercut. But we're trying to stay out there now and overcut the field. I think it was lap 14, yep, was our pit window. Let's just try and keep these tyres in good shape. Well, Piastri and Bottas are in. That's huge, so they're going to get a bit of an undercut
in the pits
on us. Quite a few people are in the pit lane, actually. So we're up to P6 as it stands.
Science is in the pits.
Okay, we've got one more lap here.
The pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
And we're going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Charles Leclerc, who came in a few laps ago, you can see how much he's gained on us here on his brand new medium tyres. So there is an undercut to be had here, but of course we're going to be on brand new soft tyres for the final 9 laps. That's, or final 10 laps I should say. That's got to be huge. Here we go then, we're coming into the pit lane. This has got to be a good stop. And we're in. Very nice. And we're in.
Okay, let's go.
We're away
now.
2.3
That
seconds.
was a fantastic stop.
But look
Faster
how
than we were
far
expecting.
ahead Bottas and Co are.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
That's
You'll receive
huge.
a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross
That's
onto the
how
track.
big the undercut was. But now it's comeback time, hopefully. Well, we had to go down the inside there, take a bit of avoiding
Okay,
action.
good work. Great pass.
But we are through on Lance Stroll, and that is a huge move for us to have there. Yeah, I can't believe how far behind Bottas and Piastri we now are. We're putting in purple sector times. That's going to help us. We lick the stamp and send it down the inside of Kevin Magnussen now. And that's pretty good. I mean, we're 6.6 seconds behind Bottas, but let's see where we are at after this lap. And this is going to be our chance to get past Esteban Ocon, but our tyres are going to evade us at some point.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
Well, Ocon manages to outdo us there. That was poor from us, and less than 2 seconds behind our teammate Valtteri Bottas. It's going to be pretty close up to the finish. Hamilton's out of the session though. That's going to bring us up a place very, very shortly. And Hamilton, 2 Grand Prix in a row, he has had to retire.
Okay, clear.
And that is a real shame for Lewis, as I think his teammate George Russell is leading the race again. Could be 2 in a row for
Okay, that
George.
starts with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
We can see how well we're doing at the moment in this race. This car's feeling great, but the tyres are gonna drop off very soon. Need to take advantage now, really. So DRS open again. This time I think we'll hold back and try it into turn 2. I don't think it's long enough, so I have to come up with a different plan, I think. 4 laps to go after this one. And this might be the time. And we do brake nice this time, and we are through on
Great
Ocon.
maneuver. You made it look so easy.
Awesome. And now into the points we go, and I think comeback complete, you would have to say. There are 2 more cars we can pass before the end of the Grand Prix, but we will be happy with some points. Okay, we're coming around the final couple of corners to set ourselves up for the final lap of this race. We've saved a bit of ERS deployment here. Gonna have DRS open. Bottas is gonna possibly have a look
Final lap.
at Oscar Piastri. But is he gonna have a go at him? That's the question. I feel like that's where we could potentially sneak in as if they're battling. A little bit wide there, but just haven't got the grip to really attack where we like to. We pushed so hard in this race to get back into a point scoring position from 16th on the grid. Never easy, but we've done a fabulous job, and it's George Russell who wins his second Grand Prix in a row. And it looks like we're going to come out with 9th and 10th for Alfa Romeo, but it could have been a little bit more had we qualified better. We come round the final corner and we take the checkered flag, and it's going to be 10th place and 1 solitary point for our efforts.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the
But
way
we can
in.
be happy with that. That was pretty good. From 16th on the grid anyway.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, confidence breeds confidence. Success breeds success. They are very much enjoying a purple patch right now.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Two consecutive victories for George Russell then.
Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings.
And fastest
but their
lap as
rivals
well.
have
I
made up
mean,
some solid ground
Mercedes
today.
looking
And now
good.
let's take a look at the driver's standings. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
It's pretty bonkers how far ahead Max Verstappen is in this championship, considering, you know, Sainz has had a very good season, as has Russell. Perez had a very good start to the season. But there you go. Constructors-wise, Red Bull really leading the way. Ferrari and Mercedes battling for second. I suppose we're in a battle for fifth with McLaren, who had a decent Grand Prix this weekend. We're ninth in the championship on 41 points. Bottas now moves on to 11. And I think over the second half of the year, he's going to be a real handful. But you can see McLaren's 7th and 8th today. They're just quicker than us at the moment. But, you know, we did very well to get a double points finish for the team. You know, I'm very, very happy with that. I do want to have a look at that start again. It was a really nice start to the Grand Prix. And you can see slower start from the line for Charles Leclerc, but you can see us lower down the order, and it was where was it? It was Gasly that made the poor start, and I mean, wow. I want to see how close this was to losing a bit of our front wing. Look at that. Inches. Absolutely inches away. But we did make it past, and then it was very, very sweet into this first corner. We just floated it through. Got past Hülkenberg. See Gasly, he had a poor Grand Prix in the end. He finished well outside of the points down in P16. So there you go. Let's advance on then. Terrific Hungarian Grand Prix. One I certainly really enjoyed. Getting into the points as well. Absolutely brilliant. And now we're heading towards the summer break. And yeah, you can see plenty of... oh, actually, Belgian Grand Prix seems to be on the 27th of July this year. So not quite the summer break just yet. But 3 upgrades in the pipeline. That should take us up to about Alpine's performance level at the moment. Of course, they're going to upgrade as well, but we're doing a great job. So if you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.